an entrepreneur and I have come to ask for 20 lakhs loan so that I can fund my business.
Do you have any assets with you?
No, sir, I don't have any assets, but I have a great idea and I'm sure I can
Sorry,
make a
I
great
can't
business
keep
out
your
of it.
idea and give anything.
Hey Anirudh, don't be worried. We have certain other options also where we can raise our money. Those are you can go for your friends and families, angel investors, and venture capitalists. Let us go in deep. What are these and how they functions? We can see the angel investors are individual HNIs who invest their money, own money in the startups, whereas venture capitalists take money from public and invest in startups. We can see angel investors can invest up to $1 million, whereas venture capitalists can invest more than 1 million because they are in growth stage. As we can see in the next picture, which is upcoming, the the start the angel investors invest in early age startups, whereas venture capitalists invest in already grown and proven startups. Sorry, I'm sorry for this. The angel investors do their own research and analysis, then they invest in a startup, whereas venture capitalists hire the fund managers to do all the research related work. Angel investors have a lot of risk, so they make groups called as Mumbai Angel, Chennai Angel, Delhi Angels. Also, we can say Shark Tank is a kind of group. As per the research report of IBM Institute of Business Management and Oxford Economics, 90% of startups in India fail. I repeat, 90% of startups in India fail. Adding to this, I can say for friends and families, these are basically a kind of loans and gift. They don't literally do any research thing and all. They just invest the money so that the entrepreneur can move ahead by for his idea.
Okay, Mr. Anirudh, can I know what is the impact made in small businesses?
Businesses make big impact. Let me show you with an overview. In USA, there are around 28.8 million small businesses in the country itself, and out of that, they have created more than 66% of net new jobs. And out of 100%, 99.7% businesses in USA are small businesses itself. And approximately on an average, if you're investing one penny in a small business, so there is a chance that you will be getting a return of more than 3.5x on that. And they generate 54% of US net sales, and they are employing over 56.8 million Americans every year. So there are other major impacts also, such as economic job creation. So basically, job creation is when a small business employs for its daily operations, and small businesses are considered as the engines for creation of jobs. So let me give you a small example from an entrepreneur who was from Maharashtra. She actually created a business out of Paithani saris. So it was a traditional tribal sari which was based out of Maharashtra. She created a lot of opportunities for jobs for the Paithani tribe whose main skill was creating those saris, making those saris. But now they have a respectable job and they are making income also on that. Then the other one is economic growth. So basically, small businesses can be considered as someone who is going to disrupt the market by breaking the market and creating new categories in the market. So there will be competition, and which will in turn help in gaining revenue, and different competitors will also enter the market. So giving the same example about sari. So looking at the Paithani saris, many other top sari companies also started getting into the Paithani range of saris. So there was a new market, and it is now ready to be explored. Then the other point is local community development. So keeping the same example in mind, so when she it actually creates a sense of pride for the community, for the Paithani tribe, when someone is making a great business out of it, and they are also getting employed, and they are getting income, and they're coming out of poverty also. And it's in the sense many other people from the tribe are also getting inspired by it and getting into the journey of entrepreneurship. So my friend Sachin will take over the other points.
And the next point is innovation and entrepreneurship. The small business are after the to phase of innovation and entrepreneurship. They are flexible, adaptable, and uh, able to respond quickly change in the market. There are there are also after more willing to the take risk and experiments with new ideas which can be lead to new product and services. As a small example of sarees. Yes, yes, there are many different sarees in the market, but Python is a very good and took the any idea of Python is improve the is improve innovation and improve the business and organization of the business. And the Indian government was launched by Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and startup with the innovation of promote to environment entrepreneurship, a small business. And the next point is diversity. Divers- a small business bring diversity to economy, providing the range of goods and service that may be available and and from larger corporations. This can be lead to the more diversity. As a same example of sarees, there are different sarees in the market. They are Mysore, like Mysore silk, Banarasi, and so many there. But now consumer have choose the Paithani sarees, and the small business created by 2 by 3 a net job of US between the 2000 to 2022. And the next point, out out of the total export of MSME contribution organized by 45% and take over to Lohit.
So, Mr. Bank, can you please tell me what are your views on the businesses operating in the first world and second world countries?
Yes, Mr. Anil, thank you so much. I'll be comparing a study of small businesses with the giants, and we'll be comparison to first world countries to second world countries. Now, what are these first world countries and second and third world countries? And first world countries are nothing but which has been located in colored in blue, second are red, and third is green. First is nothing but that 40 to 50% of the GDP, economical GDP is being conquered by these first world countries, and that is also called as NATO countries. And communist countries nothing but in rich, which is in red color. It has been conquered by 20 to 30% by GDP economical growth, and rest by another and the rest world. And I'll be giving you some simple general comparisons. What is this first world and second world countries? Okay, first size. In first world countries, giants tend to be larger in terms of revenue, assets, and employees, and whereas in second world countries, the small businesses start up with small businesses, and they end up as having a huge impact in this world in economical growth also. Next, what is market competition? Giants in first world countries often face competition from other large corporations, while small world businesses may struggle to compete in contrast. Whereas second world countries may have fewer large corporations, allowing small businesses to have a larger market in this world. Whereas I'll be giving you people one just a small example. Whereas you'll be starting up a company today, and it's still your employees are 10 people, and whereas in large company or a big company there are already 1,000 plus people, and your revenue is only 50,000, you'll be getting scared. How can I take over large companies coming future? So you should improve your business skills, just check your GDP analysis growth, and check out the sensex of the growth. What is happening here? What should we do in the coming future? And next, innovation. Small businesses in both first and second world countries tend to be more innovative and adaptive in this world. Then they can respond more quickly to the changes in the market, and they can make more changes, and they can get more new ideas to start up new businesses also. I'll be handing over to Devesh.
Now let me explain the remaining criteria of comparison. First one is job creation. In order to understand job creation, let's consider Sachin and Amrish. Sachin will be a giant or a large business, whereas Amrish will be a small business. Usually, um, since large businesses have 1 second. Uh, Usually, large businesses create more jobs than small businesses. Let's take the example of a first world country. In first world countries, since the number of large businesses and small businesses are comparable, uh, s- large businesses tend to create more jobs. Whereas when we take the case of second world countries, the number of large businesses and small businesses are not comparable, and there is a big difference between them. The number of small businesses will be larger than the large businesses. So we can assume that small businesses tend to create more opportunity. And the next criteria will be access to capital. Um, Giants in first world countries have easier access to capital because they can approach any institutional investors, and small businesses can't approach institutional investors, since the ticket sizes are usually huge. But in contrast, um, small businesses in second world countries tend to get more grants from governments, so that they can operate, whereas large businesses does not get these grants from governments in second world countries. um, uh, these comparisons are general and varies depending on country and industry. So let me give you an contrasting example. In case of job creation, uh, it is generalized that in first world countries, giants tend to dominate employment and give more opportunities. Uh, but let's take the example of Germany. Um, according to um, according to the Ministry of ec- according to the government, um, 60 percentage of the jobs are created by SMEs rather than large companies. So the data is generalized rather than uh, accurate. Now, to sum up the comparison, even though large companies tend to create more jobs, uh, tend to dominate the market, uh, small small businesses are more innovative and adaptable, and they are a source of job creation and um,
Guys, you might be thinking about this thing. Since a long time, we are speaking about SMEs. But what is this SME? You guys might have this question. So let me come up with it. Each country has their own definition. In general, I can say that SMEs are those businesses which has up to 250 employees and revenue of up to $1 million. And second thing I just want to say is, though the concept of first word, second word, third word countries has been explained, in real market scenario the concept doesn't exist. Now the concept is developed, developing, and underdeveloped countries. So by this we would like to conclude. This is our team: Lohit Kumar Reddy, Davis, Sachin, Anirudh, and Rishabh. Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions, please let us know.